What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Blitz Angle. My name is Ryan Linklater, and I am here with Dan Loya. We are talking Thursday night football predictions, matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Both teams are 2-1. The NFC West looks like an absolute gauntlet right now as things stand. Dan, what are you looking at with this matchup between both squads?
Man, I'll tell you what, man. When the schedule came out back in May, this is a matchup I had circled, and so did other, Cardinals fans around Arizona. It's a big rivalry game. It's a big game in the NFC West. Seattle's won 7 straight games against the Cardinals, and quite
Whew.
frankly, they're sick of losing against them. So this should be a great heavyweight fight in the NFC West on Thursday night, and I'm real excited for it.
Yeah, it should be a great game. I think both teams are very similar in the fact
Yeah.
that, they're kind of overlooked with having the Rams and the 49ers within their division, probably two more talented rosters. But I think the Cardinals and Seahawks can say, we're pretty good too. Let me show you guys how good we are. And this is a chance to make a statement. Let's start on Seattle's side of things. Sam Darnold is the highest graded quarterback in the NFL. We all know what he did last year, 14-3 record with the Vikings. Kevin O'Connell turned him into an absolute superstar at quarterback. It's been a little bit of resurgence for Sam Darnold, but this team heavily focuses on their ground game, which should get Zach Charbonnet back and Kenneth Walker. What are you looking at the Seahawks offense this week?
Yeah, it's just yeah, you stole my stat. He's the highest rated quarterback according to Pro Football Focus. He's played great so far. He's only thrown 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's completing 70% of his passes. But the thing that's surprised me is just like he's real slippery in the pocket. Seattle's O line is only giving up 3 sacks on the year, but there's been a lot of times that Sam's eluded sacks.
Yeah.
Just he looks real slippery. He's using his legs and I'm real surprised by that. So he's played great in that aspect. Just yeah, it should be a good battle. Seattle's offense is looks sharp. They put up 31 points, I believe, the past 2 games. So we're gonna see how they do against Arizona Cardinals defense, who's been very strong this year.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that hasn't been talked about on that offensive side of the ball is that offensive line. They finally are protecting the quarterback, which is something we haven't been able to say about the Seahawks in quite some time. Is that the offensive line is actually pretty good, and they're having a great start to the season, which is very good, and it's helping their running game work along with the play action. Sam Darnold being able to take the pressure off him. He's actually fourth in the NFL in yards per completion this year, which is very impressive for him. JSN, though, absolute superstar at the receiver position. I'm interested to see, can Torrey Horton get going? Can he elevate his play
Yeah.
another week? Because Cooper Cup's not necessarily that big separator he once was. Can Horton step into that role and have a nice, week 4 performance, continuing to elevate in that Seahawks offense? Let's look at the other side of the ball. You mentioned the Cardinals defense. They've been good this year. They haven't been flashy at times, but they've been solid. What are your thoughts on their defensive unit heading into this matchup, and what do they have to do to slow this Seahawks offense down?
Yeah, I just think they have to get after it, man. I mean, this is a game why you invested so much in your pass rush. A season ago, they had the worst pass rush in the NFL. It was it was bad. I mean, they had like XFL players starting on their defensive line, which is never a good thing. So this
Never
year,
a
man,
good
they
thing.
spent over yeah, they spent over 110 million in the offseason on that defensive line, and so far it's paid dividends. They're the fifth ranked team in quarterback pressures, and this is a game you need them. You needed them to step up on at home, a short week, Thursday night football, and I expect them to. I mean, they've looked solid. They look solid all year, and they're really decimated in the back end. They're playing with their depth is being tested with their cornerbacks. So that defensive line and that front seven has to continue to carry this team, and I expect they will. I'm really impressed with the defense so far. I really think if you want a hot take, I really think this is like a Super Bowl caliber defense and they're not even at full
Oh,
strength right now. So I'm
mm,
I'm really impressed so far. Jonathan Gannon, and their defensive coordinator. If you don't know him, get to know him. Nick Rallis. He's a potential sneaky head coach candidate. I don't know about next year, but definitely in the future. So I've been really impressed with this defense, and they're going to have to carry this team because Arizona's offense is kind of stumbling right now. They
yeah.
haven't put up yeah, they haven't they're under 21 points the past 2 games. 2 out of 3 games. So the
Mm.
defense it has to carry this team right now.
Yeah, and I think the biggest key for the Arizona Cardinals on the defensive side of the ball is probably their weakness at stop the run against the Seahawks, who are going to try to establish their will on the ground and work off the pass onto that, right? That kind of plays into the Seahawks' hands and turns that the Cardinals' strengths are their pass rush, their secondary,
Yeah.
instead of their front seven overall in terms of the ground game. So I think if the Cardinals can maintain a good ground defense and stop the run well, it's going to put the Seahawks on their heels a bit. They're going to have to throw a little bit more on early downs. They're going to be playing behind in the sticks, and it's going to make things easier for the Cardinals defense, who's already had a strong start to the season. The one thing I do want to see from this unit is can they maintain that production throughout the game? It feels like the first halves they've been dominant, and then in the second half it feels like they've allowed offenses to get a little bit of momentum, swing back into that game a little bit. And last week's a great example. Like the 49ers were able to take control when they needed to on a few key drives and came away with a W. And the defense shouldn't be asked to do as much as they will. So let's hop into the offensive side of things. Stat for you, Dan. Kyler Murray, under 220 passing yards in every game so far this year. Marvin Harrison Jr. ranks first in
Huh.
route participation, 13th in route separation this year, but he ranks 68 in his target opportunities in this offense right now. What is going
Wow.
on with this offense? And without James Conner, is it going to be a worse or better outlook now that Trey Benson's inserted?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's a huge loss for Arizona. James Conner's like the heartbeat of that offense, man. I wish him a speedy recovery. I mean, after watching him, James Conner throughout training camp, man, he was a true pro each and every practice, and it was a joy to watch him. So I wish him just quick recovery in his process. But yeah, man, they got to step up. It's Trey Benson's time now. It's his backfield. Arizona drafted him in the third round a season ago. And he's explosive. I think with Trey, man, it's like you give him a small crease, he's gonna burst. And I wrote about it earlier in the summer. He's real athletic, and he just needs one carry, one catch out of the backfield to change a change of outcome of a game. So I'm real excited to see what he does with this opportunity. And just yeah, man, the offense, the passing offense. It's the offensive coordinator Drew Petzing. He's feeling the heat right now. Like the
He better
Arizona
be feeling the
media's
heat. Yeah.
yeah, the Arizona's media is and fans are on this team. They're on the head coach, they're on the offensive coordinator. They want to see some points because in this league you got to score more than 21 points to win. So yeah, I mean they're not happy that Marvin's not getting involved, and I don't know. This is a tough game. This is a tough game because Seattle is very good against the pass. Well, actually, they're
Yeah.
16th EPA. But the thing I look for is their pressure rate. They're fourth in quarterback pressures, just ahead of Arizona with 54. So, Kyler's gonna just have to work his magic, man. They say, Murray magic, and I think he's gotta run a little more. He said early in the offseason he wants to run. I think he should. He should because he's one of the elite runners in the NFL. So I think if he runs a little more, take a little pressure off the offense, I think it'd open more things up.
They do need to use his legs a lot more. That's part of it. They just have no down the field passing attack. Like the Seahawks have
Yeah.
absolutely swallowed up and dominated opposing receivers in terms of like fantasy production. I know the stat they're 31st in terms of allowing receiver points this year. That's elite type of numbers. And
Wow.
they're actually the crazy part about the Seahawks is they went from a team that couldn't ever block well and they couldn't ever rush the passer well. And then you look in 2025, they're two of the better units at the NFL on both those sides. The first few games, obviously small sample size, but a good sign if you're Seahawks fans right now. But I think with Trey Benson slotting in for James Conner, like the guy is fourth in missed tackle rate right now. Like he's third in yards after contact per attempt. The Arizona Cardinals offensive line is 6 yards before contact. Like he has a perfect situation to set him up for success. Now, can this passing game get going? Is it going to get going instead of these dump down underneath under 10 air yards type plays that we continue to see from a Drew Petzing offense and Kyler Murray throughout his career? I mean, you look at what Cliff Kingsbury is doing now with the Washington Commanders. He trotted out Marcus Mariota and a crew of backup running backs and put up 40 points against
Huh.
the Raiders. Like, I don't know if Cliff Kingsbury was directly the problem with Kyler Murray. So it's a thing with Kyler Murray and Drew Petzing that this duo needs to step up. This year is their year to make a statement. Can they go out there, have a great Thursday night football game, move to 3-1 and set themselves up for success the rest of the year? Or will this game potentially be the game where, the national media starts to pick up instead of just the Arizona media
Yeah.
that this is Kyler
It's
Murray's
gonna
last season as a starting quarterback? I don't know about you, Dan, but like this might be the biggest must-win game of the Cardinals season because I feel like if they lose this one, it's not even against the 49ers or the Rams. Like the Seahawks are almost in like a little bit lower of a tier within the division. And I think Cardinals fans might think they're the fourth best team in the division after this game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's still early to say it's must
Very,
win, but
very early.
they definitely wanna win this game. I know it. Just like, watching Kyler Murray, like, talk to the media, like, he's focused. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just so focused. I just really wanna win this game." I forget the exact quote, but, like, he looks serious and, like, just like you said with, Drew Petzing in the offense, there's gonna be a lot of eyes in this game. So if they
Yeah.
struggle to score points on the offense, the noise is only gonna get louder, and the seat's going to get warmer for him, the offensive coordinator. But Jonathan Gannon's been backing him up, so I'm real curious to see what's going to happen. You learn a lot about a team in adversity, and right now they're dealing with a little adversity after the loss to San Francisco this weekend. So we're gonna learn how this team responds on Thursday night, and I'm real excited to watch.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a great game. So let's get into our predictions right now. Dan, who are you going with and why?
Okay, so I mean, broken this down game a lot this past few days. They're real similar, man. They're both defensive teams, and I think this is going to be a defensive struggle, or yeah, battle struggle. The defenses have the advantage in this game. That's what I'm trying to say. And so they're real similar. I mean, Seattle's fourth in quarterback pressures, Arizona's fifth. Their EPAs, I mean, they're both very similar. Seattle's defense is giving up 15.7 points a game. Arizona's defense 17. So, this is gonna be a close game. Both quarterbacks only have 4 touchdowns on the year. So, it's gonna be a defensive battle. I'm giving the edge to Arizona at home in a short week.
Hmm.
I know everyone's gonna be picking Seattle, but I just think the way I've been watching a lot of film of Seattle's offensive line, and they struggled against Pittsburgh when they were stunting defensive linemen and linebackers came delayed on a blitz. And, I noticed that a lot, so I think, Jonathan Gannon and Nick Rallis are in a game plan for that, and that's where they execute. I think they're gonna get after Darnold a lot this game. But what's gonna turn the point, I mean, both offenses struggle. I really think the first team to 21 points is gonna win. It's like an
That's
old
what,
school
yeah.
pickup basketball game. It's the first team to 21. I don't know how you're gonna get it. Pick 6, if somebody gets a pick 6, they're gonna win a game. Special teams are gonna come into play. It's gonna be one of those games. These teams are closer than people realize, and it's gonna come down to who makes less mistakes. They're both defensive coaches too. That's how they want to play. I believe in my defense. Don't make mistakes. We're gonna win us the game. So we're gonna see who makes the mistake, and that's who's gonna come out on top. And I'm picking Arizona. Arizona at home. I'm banking on they're gonna end the streak after
Oh,
7 games. That's it. They gotta
all
win.
right.
They circled it. This is it. Prime time.
See, I don't know if I'm going in the same
Yeah,
direction
go.
as you.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm
That's
going
why
with
we're
the
here.
Seattle Seahawks in this one, 21-17. It's gonna be ugly.
All right,
It's not
21.
gonna
Yeah.
be
Okay.
pretty on both sides of the ball. I think it'll
Yeah.
be close the entire game, but I think the big X factor for me is the Seahawks run game versus the Cardinals run defense. I think if there's a weakness on the Cardinals, it's their run defense, and I think that that'll allow the Seahawks to potentially stay in this game, maintain it well enough, and they could, run their play action stuff off it. I think the interesting part about it is Clint Kubiak was, a free agent this year. He could have gone to any team. Cardinals could have fired Drew Petzing this year. I think this is potentially a thing where, Clint Kubiak looks at it and is like, man, this is a team I could have coached for if they made a move
Huh.
here or there. And the Cardinals fans could be looking on the other side of things thinking, hey, Clint Kubiak, he could have been with us. Well, now he's with our division opponent. So I think there's some storylines that'll make this game interesting for sure. Hopefully, we get some offensive fireworks, the surprise case that we do. But I think I'm taking the Seahawks
Hey,
in this one, 21-17.
it's
Well,
it's Thursday night, man. These games, you never know, man. We
you
think it's
don't.
gonna be defense and it could be a shootout. So you never know with these Thursday
That's
night
what
games,
you
but
never bet your survivor pick of the week on Thursday night.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
never a good idea to lock that stuff in. Well, hey,
yeah.
listen, we really appreciate you guys tuning into the Blitz Angle today. Make sure you guys drop that score down below. Who do you got winning, Seahawks or Cardinals? Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more Blitz Angle content. Me and Dan will catch you guys next time.